All right, we're going to get right into it now. Durham, North Carolina flooded last night. Roll the tape.
And breaking right now at 11, we are tracking strong storms and torrential rain moving through our area. A flash flood warning is in effect in Wake County until 1 a.m. And within the last 20 minutes, Durham, Granville, and Orange counties were upgraded to a considerable flood risk. And new images just into our newsroom here along Madison Street in Durham. You can see the cars here nearly submerged. These are the very same communities that were hit so hard over the weekend. Let's take you to Durham. Tonight alone, 1 to 3 inches has already fallen there in the last 15 minutes. We've also learned about water rescues as that considerable flood risk is in effect.
If you got caught out on the roads, boy, was it dangerous. Our crews, you see the accident that came up. This was right during the heavy rain. The vehicle obviously losing control, flipping upside down.
North Carolina is getting hammered, and in case you didn't know, there's a lot of rare earth minerals in North Carolina. You might want to look that stuff up. Plus 15-minute cities are slated to be all over the place. You might want to look the stuff up. A lot of people had questions in the last video about how the Doppler radar works with the chemtrailing, and then I was, just doing a little looking around last night, and I found this clip from 10 years ago. Roll the tape.
What if you could fire a laser at the sky and make it rain? Oh, that sounds more interesting. Dave Malkoff explains.
Just another stormy, wet afternoon in central Florida. But what if you could pick up all this rain and move it where it's needed? Texas or California? What if a laser could start the rain?
So you can almost use it to set it off.
Matt Mills got into lasers as a kid.
It's just innately cool.
Now he's part of a team of scientists and military backers on the cutting edge of a new technology, making lasers powerful enough to reach up here into the sky where a thunderstorm is just about to start. In the near future, a push-button storm starter could be a real thing.
Just imagining this situation. If there was a rain cloud that was going to pass over an area of drought and not rain, you could, theoretically induce the rain and get the rain where it's needed.
That storm starter isn't the laser beam itself, but rather a popping energy that comes off of much higher power beams than this one. The problem is those pops have always had trouble getting into the sky. Now Matt has discovered a way to get the laser to pop all the way in the clouds. In theory, that's what starts a storm. We created a cloud of our own behind Matt's lab. A few months ago, Matt's colleagues in Arizona got this working experimentally. The next step is to get it to work in the sky.
The particles in the air are rubbing together, forming static electricity, and the conditions are now right, and they just need to be triggered now.
Does this concern you that you may be messing with Mother Nature and doing something that you don't completely understand up here in the cloud?
I suppose that's always a danger, but we're not even near to the case where it could be dangerous yet, so not too much now.
It's almost like an on-off switch for a thunderstorm.
That's the idea behind it.
Right here in the cloud.
Yep.
In Orlando, Dave Malkoff, the Weather Channel.
Absolutely fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. And it could change a lot of things, like these areas of drought that we're watching in the West, if it actually worked. All right, let's move on to sports.
That was amazing. I saw those lasers at a cabaret in Tampa. It made it rain there too. But this morning I'm going to start.
I just wanted to drop this off for you guys so you can clearly see weather manipulation is the name of the game, and that's why we're getting so much rain, okay? And I thought that was very interesting how they were developing shooting the lasers into the clouds to penetrate them even deeper to cause more rain. So now it all starts to make sense if you just piece these bits of information together, okay? So you're not like just saying, wow, it sure is rainy, or wow, this weather sure is weird, or why is there flashes in the sky, but you don't really ever hear the thunder, right? Holy smokes, y'all. I don't know what to tell you guys, but just stay vigilant out there. I mean, this is next level crazy, okay? They're literally messing with the weather. For what reason, we don't know, but any man's guess would say that it's nefarious, all right? Any man's guess would say. We were just in Durham 2 days ago because we had to meet our son there, and to meet in the middle, so to speak, was we couldn't even get to him because of this trouble that we're having here. And so it was just, he called me first thing this morning, Durham flooded out overnight. and I showed you guys the clip of that. I just find it very interesting, okay? So just please don't slough this off as like it's just natural, or, you know, this rainy stuff is just happening, because it definitely is not, all right? Stay vigilant out there. I know it was a short video, but I just want to keep connecting these dots for you guys so you can clearly see with your own eyes, because real eyes realize real lies, all right? See you guys on the next video.
Rising so quickly, and then that flash flood receding quite quickly as well. We spoke with the man who took this video about what it was like to see something like this right in his backyard.